me a second, please, to make my first impression.
YouTube, what up? Welcome back to another Pounds 978 custom video. And today I want to talk to you guys about Venom. Not just any Venom. This is not Eddie Brock. This is Lee Price. A lot of people don't know who Lee Price is. Well, I say that for myself. Speaking for myself, I know a lot of Spider-Man fans know who Lee Price is, but me, I was more of a casual Spider-Man fan. I didn't know too much about all the, the different versions of Venom, and even the different versions of Spider-Man I wasn't familiar with at first. But I got familiar with these guys, as should you if you do care about the Spider-Verse, Venom-verse. I'll put a link in the description so you can read a biography on them, or I'll just put it up here and let you read it. Essentially, Lee Price was hired by Matt Gargan Scorpion to deliver a package to Black Cat's crew, because he was gonna work for Black Cat's crew, but they were in a standoff between Tombstone's crew and Black Cat's crew. So what happened was a shootout popped off, and the Venom symbiote sprung out of the box and wrapped itself around Lee Price and saved Lee. And there's more to the story, but again, if you want to read that, feel free to go to the bio. What I have here is an action figure, not a comic book. But yeah, I have an alternate head. I wasn't sure how to execute Lee Price's head. There's one thing I want to mention later that I didn't do that is really important if you want to make a Lee Price Venom. Someone told me this head looked like a Xenomorph from the Alien franchise, and I agree, it really does. It might have been the shape of the head. I had to reshape that entire head, believe it or not. Yeah, I had to sculpt both of these heads. I don't want to say from scratch. They were from other things, but I had to they're pretty much original sculpts for the most part. The only thing that's not original is the one with the open mouth. Those teeth I didn't have to touch, but everything else is sculpted over. If you don't know, you want to build yourself one of these, all you need is a Caliban Build-A-Figure and some poison tentacles from the Spider-Man poison figure. I just cut off about 8 of those. So I had to use 2 figures, in fact, for these bendy things. They don't bend, they look like it. But they are attached pretty seamless. It's hard to tell that they didn't come on the figure. I did a pretty good job sculpting them in and blending them in. All the articulation is still there. You should be able to move the figure around as if it was a regular Caliban. So there should be minimum paint rub. In fact, maybe 0 paint rub. I always say be careful though, because you don't want to get too reckless, because things can happen. It is painted all the way up, so you can fold the ab crunch up and down without worry of the paint. Waist swivels, thigh splits, thigh swivels, double jointed knees. You guys know how the articulation works. I'm only doing this to kind of demonstrate that the figure is movable without any issues. And it is super glossy. This is one that I've intended to do purposely super glossy. If you guys know, I usually matte down my figures, but for some reason I wanted this to be super duper glossy. And this is probably as glossy as I can get it. So the head that you see on it is a Caliban head resculpted. And I'll show you some work in progress pictures up close in a few. This one is an anti-Venom head, resculpted entirely except the mouth. I left the mouth open only because I wanted an open mouth with teeth, because I didn't want to have to make the teeth the same way I made the head before. And I'll tell you how I made that, because it was the first time I used that technique as well. The tongue does come on and off. It is a monster Build-A-Figure Venom, so pretty fun. Lee Price is depicted a little bigger than the average Venom. And if you want, we can compare him to some Venom bodies. Or the one Venom body that we got, right? Because we only have the Hyperion body, Eddie Brock Venom. And the one in the center is actually a custom. It's a Death's Head body. But I'm working on an Angelo Fortunato Venom. So I'm trying to make a bunch of Venoms. And here's Spider-Man in comparison with the rest of these bodies. Hyperion on the left, Death's Head in the middle, Caliban on the right. So you can see that even if we did have a couple different size Venoms in our Venom verse, I'd be happy with that. The Caliban Build-A-Figure, who knew? Because when I first saw this, I didn't think I was going to use it at all. And then seeing what it came with, the X-Men wave, a lot of people were, hunting the Beast and that specific wave. So I didn't know how often I'd be able to get my hands on the Caliban figure. But seeing he is pretty easy to get your hands on, I'm happy to have him. I make a lot of different customs on him, usually Spider-Hulk, but 2 Venoms now. This is the second Venom. The first one was the original Venom, the Lethal Protector, and I think that came out pretty awesome. I love the head for what it was. But again, the Caliban body is awesome, man. I really do like this body a lot. Caliban use for these Spider Hulks and now Venom, I still have like 5 Caliban bodies. And you know what? I think I'm gonna make just big characters this year. I'm thinking about Deadpool, Venom, because look at this body, it's perfect for big guys like this. Eventually I'm gonna make a Venom Hulk, so we might as well see what it would look like. I mean, we can't, because Venom Hulk is a little more sophisticated than what I'm gonna throw together. I'm just basically gonna put on these Hulk arms to this Venom body and give you kind of a silhouette look of what green and black would look together. But yeah, it's gonna definitely take a lot more work than doing something like this. So I don't know if Venom Hulk could be interchangeable the way Spider Hulk is. Maybe, but I don't think I'm gonna do it because I feel like Spider Hulk's underappreciated. So I'm not gonna do Venom Hulk that way. I seriously think having Spider Hulk the way it is like this is cool. For Hasbro to do 2 different builder figures, we don't need 3. Just Hulk and then the Rip Close Hulk would be pretty cool. Glossed out Venom with some matted out Spider Hulk arms. Someone said I should shade the Hulk, but I don't need to. I want it to look like what Hasbro does. I know Hasbro's starting to do a little bit of shading now. Maybe I will. Maybe on another one. I don't have a picture before this, but this was a Caliban head. I cut the side of the mouth like the Joker, inserted teeth, or toothpick teeth, then added a gum line over those toothpicks. First time using toothpicks, by the way. Then kind of painted a reference, and then continued painting. And I think it looks alright. Lee Price Venom has like 2 slabs of skin over his teeth, and I didn't do that here. His tongue is also split like a snake, so I didn't do that with this tongue. The other head was an anti-Venom head. All I did was add sculpt around the head and face, and then wasn't enough, so I added more sculpt around the jawline to make it a little bigger. And then I just painted it. Took off some white with black. And that's the Xenomorph. No, I'm not too thrilled with the turnout of these heads, but for what they are, I'm happy with them. And that's my Lee Price Venom. What do you guys think about it overall? What could be done better? Because I know there's some things that I could probably tweak to make them better. Anyway, let me know in the comments down below what you think about this video. Feel free to give a guy a thumb up. Subscribe for more content. Click that notification bell because YouTube is sucking balls right now. No, I didn't mean that. I don't mean that. I do. But anyway, guys, I'll see you later. Thanks. I wanted to try a review on the red background, but I just didn't really like it. I even tried blue, but it's not my thing. Maybe one day.
You choose to subscribe, you the man. Yes, you. Everyone below in the comments, yes, you too. Thank you very much for showing me love. Who knew? It's ironic how we think out the box for you too, right?